Okay. Hello, everyone, and welcome to another Tribe Forex Power Hour. I'm Marcello, and here with me is Nino, a pro Forex trader. We are both pro Forex traders, and we've actually been doing this for quite some time. And what we like to do right around now is tell you how it works, do a daily market analysis, so we can determine what our bias is, and then sometimes we actually review the trades that we've taken. So our formula for success is at 5 p.m. Eastern time, we determine what the bias of the market is after 5 p.m. Eastern time. So right now, anytime after 5 is fine. Why do we do that? Because we find that using the daily bars that close at 5 p.m. give us a better impression of what the market is about to do, and that obviously gives us a higher probability of success from a swing trading perspective. Now, how do we determine, what do we do with the bias? Our bias is our probability that price is either going to go up or go down. We execute in two ways. One, we take a set and forget it trade. That's one way to do it, which means that we set our stop loss, our take profit, we get into the trade, and we leave it until the next day. We do not touch it. That is our set and forget it trade. The other thing that we can do is day trade in the direction of our bias using our pods, our points of decision for bigger profits. Now, if you don't know what a pod is, then simply go to tribeforex.com, log in. We have a free trading course right above in the menu, and it basically just says trading course, and you will be able to find out what a pod is and really get into our whole entire methodology for trading. Now, in the day trading portion of it, you don't have to day trade by yourself. Nino mans our live trade room Tuesdays and Thursdays, 1 a.m. to 3 a.m. Eastern time, and also again at 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. Eastern time, where they rack up pips on a regular basis. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at the market and see where we are. Okay, guys, so yesterday we called a buy bias on the pound dollar. Okay, I'm going to bring up the pound here, and you can see very quickly and very easily that buy bias actually served us well. It did exactly what we wanted it to do. It moved up about 100 pips right to our trend line, our resistance line above us, and then off of that resistance line, it really retraced. It was perfect technical analysis like you rarely ever see. It was just perfect trading day. All right, so basically price moves up, you hit this trend line, and then you hopefully you take profit at some point, and then you can see price retrace there on the pound dollar. So we had a buy bias, price went to the buy side. With us, you win. That's a cha-ching right there, and so we did very well there. Euro dollar, we also had well, we didn't actually choose a bias here on the euro dollar, to be honest with you. It could have been a buy or a sell, and you can see here that we got both. So we easily had a buy signal here that took us up 64 pips from our open, and you can see that we also had a sell opportunity here that takes us down 57 pips to our low. And so we didn't take a signal here on the euro dollar. We didn't have one there. We do believe that the euro dollar does have more consolidation. It has fallen back into consolidation. Where am I saying on the pound dollar? I'm sorry, I moved quickly here. Right now we don't have any calls, so guys, I'm not going to give you any calls today. I'm just going to go ahead and put that out there. No calls today. Maybe on the pound yen, perhaps, but in general we don't have a tremendous amount of calls. There's not an awful lot to talk about here, just because the signals are not very clear for us. So pound dollar, no call. Euro dollar, we're back in consolidation, and so if it comes to the low here of price, the low of 38.50 of this consolidation, price comes here, look for a buy. If it goes back up to this trend line, look for a sell off there, because we are right back in consolidation. We tried to break out of consolidation. We didn't close lower than consolidation. We are right back in consolidation, guys, because we have we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bars that are inside of each other, which shows us that the market is not clear on its overall direction. There's no trending here. It is clearly a consolidation. Okay, and so that is the euro dollar. We have no call on that. Now the dollar Swiss also did exactly what we expected. the dollar Swiss sold off. We expected it to sell off. It closed below the trend line, the first trend line, our secondary support trend line as well. And you can see that price dropped here from open to low was about 40 pips. It was exactly 40 pips actually. And you can see that price comes down to our area of support that we had labeled at 8,700, 0.8700. And then goes ahead and retraces and closes up here. Now, reason why I'm not going to call a trade here, I believe that price does have the ability to go back up, is that we have closed below the trend line here in the other two trend lines, so we are below our areas of resistance. And if this thing really wanted to show some force, it would have closed above this trend line. So for that reason, there are no clear signals. We're not going to take this dollar Swiss. Now you can, looking at how price really retraced right off that 8,700 area, you may consider that, but we're not going to take that trade here. Now the New Zealand dollar, also another trade that went right to our 8,600 point, went right up to the double zeros, the 8,600, bounced right off of it. We called that a buy here on the New Zealand. It went all the way up. Beautiful opportunity for a trade here. From open to high was about 82 pips, which is a very big day for the New Zealand. And so, you know, the reason that we're not going to call a trade on this one is because although price did retrace drastically, about 2/3 of the entire candle, it still closed above our area of support that is currently our support. So we do not, it's not very clear signal as whether price will continue to move down, back into this channel, back into this consolidation. So for that reason, we are going to not take a trade on the New Zealand. Okay, the New Zealand would not be a sell. We have got clear sell signals, but we also have signs that price may not be quite be done moving up, and so for that reason, we're not going to take a sell. Okay, now the Aussie dollar as well, we had a buy trade. This was actually our strong buy trade. If you're a part of the Build Wealth program, you actually got to take part in this and actually made very good profits on this trade. So we ended up picking up, you know, this week about a few percent here on these trades. So you can see that price actually went up right to that trend line, and surprisingly more than we expected. We actually cleared about 50 or 60 pips on this trade, and you can see that price actually went up 118 pips, which was unexpected. Kind of meandered here around the 50 or 60 pip mark, and then finally just exploded for about 122 pips, which is a lot of pips for this particular currency pair. What are the calls today? We're back in consolidation, guys, but we're right in the middle of that channel, and so for that reason, we don't have a call. If we were at the top of this channel, it would be something different. If it goes to the top of this channel, we're going to look for a sell. The bottom of the channel or the bottom of this consolidation, we're going to look for a buy. Okay, so sell off at 90.94, buy at either 89.70 or 89.50. Okay, there's that. The dollar CAD also did what we expected. It bounced off this area of support and resistance. This resistance area here is a reversal candle, and it sold, really taking it straight down to an area of support here. And once again, guys, we're back in consolidation. We expected a sell on the dollar CAD. I have rarely called a trade on the dollar CAD, but this was a clear sell for us, and we did take it. We expected that price may actually come back up, retest that trend line. It did not. It just moved down right into it. So we had a sell there, and we did well on our sell. So we were really 5 for 5 on these trades. We had just a very nice run. Now the euro yen, we had a buy. Okay, and you can see that it sold off here, but before it sold off, what we said is that we can buy up to about 60 or 70 pips back up to this trend line. It went up 50 pips, and then it began to make its descent and really headed down within this channel, within this consolidation, back to the low, really closing above the 50 EMA, and that's the euro yen. Now, where are we on the euro yen at this point? We do not have a trade on the euro yen. We're not going to call a trade here either. The dollar yen, we didn't have a call on the dollar yen because we were right on area of support. And you can see that it broke through that area of support, and now we have just about tested the support area here at the low. We may see more consolidation back and forth, but we don't know whether it's ready to go back up yet or if it's going to move down in the sell and then move back up into this consolidation flag pattern. Okay, So no call on the dollar yen. Now the pound yen is something different. If I were going to take anything, if you were itching to trade tomorrow, I would call most likely the pound yen sell. Now here's what I'm going to tell you. I would say that we've got this big sell-off coming out of consolidation right below the 50 EMA, and we're sitting here at 169.62. So 169.62, we get down to the 50%, which is 168.69, and it bounces off of it, really closing low. And so based off of that, we've got this 50 EMA here. We've also got this 50% fib area. We're going to look for a bounce right up about 40 pips away, and then look for a push down on the pound yen. That's the only signal that we have on the day. Oil, we had a sell, a continuation sell, and you can see that price did move down a bit, but really closed in a doji pattern, really showing hesitation in the market to move in one direction or the other, and that's just fine for us. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and this is actually a bit. We're definitely we don't have this trend line yet. It has not been concretized, if you will, or confirmed just yet. But this looks pretty good. So we may have this area of support here at the bottom. We're going to be looking to see if this area of support on oil holds at 97.50 and really puts us back up to that 101 area on in next week on oil here. So that's what we're looking at. So pound dollar, we had good movement. All of these currency pairs, guys, actually that I've called, we actually had 100%. We're batting at 1,000 here. The only thing, the only call that I can make today, though, for Friday, March 14th, 2014, is going to be on the pound yen. So it's going to be the pound yen, and it's going to be a sell, looking for a bounce off of 169.64. Look for some profit. There's plenty of down of ability to get some profit on the way down here on the pound yen. I'm going to go ahead and draw some areas of support and resistance here, and you can see that we have a beautiful opportunity to push price all the way down, potentially to 167. So it's about 200 pips away. So that's what we have on the pound yen, and I think that's it. Nino, did you want to add anything by chance?
No, basically you covered everything like you always do. And I don't know, we don't trade tomorrow, so basically we had one clear call.
Yeah, that's it. One clear call from what I can see. I think that the pound yen has an opportunity to sell off. And that's our strongest and only signal that I would go ahead and warranty today. And that's it. That's it. I think that's it.
So I guess tomorrow we'll keep an eye on that and see what happens with it.
Exactly. Guys, get ready for us. We'll be back on Monday of next week, and Nino will be right after that Monday session at 1 a.m., which is the beginning of Tuesday, 1 a.m. Eastern Time. Nino will be back trading the Tuesday and Thursday sessions. He'll be trading the New York sessions and the European session. So the European session will start at 1 a.m. to 3 a.m. Eastern Time, and again from 8 a.m. to